Don't know how I've managed to be late to my lecture that's happening in my own room, but I'm having a lecture live streamed on YouTube. 2020 people. Hello, me again, coming at you with another online day of university. Had an online lecture. My university is doing Microsoft Teams, but our lecturer today decided to stream live on YouTube, and it actually worked really well. I don't think there were really any technical difficulties, although there were only 6 people on the live stream, and obviously I was one of them, and I know 2 of my flatmates were another 2. So I don't actually know how many people are meant to be in this module, but I know it's more than 6, but maybe people just decided not to watch it. I don't know. It was at 8:30 this morning, so that's fair enough, I guess. But I came down here now to update you on a couple of things before I get back to work. First of all, the exam situation. Because I'm a final year student, my exams have not been cancelled. Instead, I'm going to be having either extra coursework, or we're going to be given a 24-hour period to sit an open book exam, either with a time limit or not. So I need to rethink my whole revision schedule, because I usually focus quite a lot on the bookwork marks that we get, which are the marks for questions where the answers can be found somewhere in the lecture notes, either like stating theorems or doing a style of question that we've seen worked out before or something like that. Obviously we can't get marks for that now because it's an open book exam, so I'm going to have to, I think, focus more on exercise sheets in my revision instead of focusing on the lecture notes. I'm going to rethink that whole thing today. But the other update is about my dissertation. So for those of you who are new, I am a master's student. I'm doing a dissertation. It's on elliptic curves and post-quantum cryptography, in case anyone's interested. But because of this whole situation, we've had an extension. It's not due until end of April, and I have still not finished. I have been almost finished for a really long time. I submitted my full draft to my supervisor like almost a month ago now, and I've just been very slowly working through all the corrections. So I'm hoping that'll be done soon. And that's actually just reminded me that also for our exams, we do have like what do they call it, like a safety net kind of thing. I don't know if I think most universities will probably do something like this, providing that we pass everything. So for me the pass mark is 50% because I'm a master's student. Providing that we pass everything, we are not going to get below our current average, which is kind of amazing. But I mean, that's still not a given, because if I sat them right now, I don't think I would get 50%. Like, it's going to take a lot of work over Easter even just to get that. So yeah, it's not a given. I'm not counting my chickens before they've hatched. Anyway, I'm going to go finish my coffee and do some work, and I'll catch you in a bit. The whole safety net thing has taken so much pressure off for me, because I mentioned earlier the whole integrated masters thing. Well, the deal with that is that second, third and fourth years all count towards my degree, but I don't have a separate bachelor's degree, which, like, I cannot emphasize enough. If I mess this year up, I've messed up everything, like my entire 4 years of university. It's not like my first 3 years are in the bag, and I did finish my first 3 years averaging first. So this whole year I've kind of been like putting a lot of pressure on myself that I cannot ruin what I did in the first 3 years. So yeah, I've been really anxious about that all year long. It has taken off a lot of pressure. I know it sounds really dramatic, but I actually feel like I can breathe a bit easier now. Alright people, so I have written up my to-do list of everything that I want to get done today. I know it's not very long, but it's going to take me a long time because one of those things is dissertation related and I've been really putting that off for a while and I have a lot to do. So that's my to-do list. After my 8:30 lecture this morning, I did some write-up of coursework, but I also spent like half an hour scrolling through Instagram, which is fine, but I am going to cut myself off from Instagram for the rest of the day because I could just spend hours on that. So I'm now going to do some work. I'm also going to apologise for my bedroom. This is my childhood bedroom and there are things like pink curtains in the background. We're just going to deal with it. I'll probably redo my room a bit, but right now I have a degree to do, so it's going to have to wait. So the way this coursework works is that I have lecture notes that have exercises in a couple of different places, like here, and we can pick 8 exercises out of all of the lecture notes, and I'm just working through that at the moment. This is an online PDF version of one of the textbooks for this course that I'm using to help me with my coursework, and I'm just working through the exercises in the lecture notes. Hey guys, so it's now 5 o'clock. I've stopped for a coffee break and I thought I'd chat with you while I'm taking a study break about routine. I personally find it so much easier staying indoors and all of that, when staying on top of all my studying, when I have a set routine for my, especially for weekdays versus weekends, and I try not to check my phone. If I can go the morning without turning my phone on, I try and do that. And yeah, I basically have blocked off my days so that until 5 I try and focus on university, and then after 5 I can do things like YouTube and check my phone and that. Honestly, today wasn't very successful. I went on Instagram a bit this morning, and I just felt really unmotivated. I didn't get a lot done, so I think I'm going to carry on working after a break, but I am going to take a break because I could just force myself to keep working now, but I just know I'm not going to get anything done. But anyway, yeah, that's my structure. That's what I'm trying to stick to. And then on weekends, I give myself like basically the whole day off. But as soon as it gets, that's only until the end of my term, which is actually tomorrow, because I was meant to be finishing lectures tomorrow. Obviously they're online now, so online lectures finish tomorrow, and after that it's just revision for exams. So this is the last weekend that I'm going to let myself properly relax. After this I am going to work weekends. That's my how I'm keeping myself busy and motivated and all of that, although I'm not going to lie, the motivation side is not really working right now. But I think it's one of those things where you have to like build it up into a habit, so I'm just making myself do it now. It's like getting me into the habit of studying, but didn't even open my dissertation, and that was like the main thing that I wanted to do, so I'm going to do that after a break. So anyway, yeah, that is how I have been structuring my days to try and keep myself on schedule, especially as now if I didn't do that, everything would just blend into one. So to kind of still feel like I'm at university and to stay in that studying mindset. Thank you for watching. That's the end of the video. I hope it wasn't too boring, me just sat in my room working all day. Hope you're all doing okay, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah.